I'm Sarah Torres.
I'm Frankie Torres.
And we're the Pixel Slayers. And we're here today to talk to you about
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the video game for Sega Genesis.
Yep, and not any other version, because there was a lot of different versions for these and they're all different.
Yeah, they're all different, but this version was released on Sega Genesis in 1994.
By Banpresto.
Banpresto was the developer. They did a lot of really, really good side-scroller beat-em-ups in the 16-bit era.
Mm-hmm. A lot of the Sailor Moon games.
Anything Toei-ish?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, you'll see them a lot. This is personally my favorite Power Rangers game, and you're like second favorite.
Yeah, it's second, third, I don't know. Something like that.
It's up there. And considering there's a lot of Power Rangers.
There's a lot.
So that's a pretty good title to have. I personally like the quickness of the fighting.
Yeah, it's definitely fast-paced, and it's simple. And that's probably my favorite thing is it's like a refreshing break of a fighting game. What I mean by that is you don't have to memorize all these complicated moves. You don't have to know all these combos. There's 2 action buttons in the game, and pause. 3 if you count pause.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of a refreshing old school fighter, and I really like that.
Every character has 3 combos, one of which is like a laser blaster move, which is the same for everyone. You go through the story mode. You can play as all the Rangers, and then the green one comes in later.
Yeah, it follows the Season 1 story. You start off with the 5 original Rangers, and then later on they go through that Green with Evil scene. And you basically have to fight the Green Ranger to get the Green Ranger, then you fight the Dragon Zord to get the Dragon Zord, and then you can play as them later.
Yeah, which is kind of a cool thing.
I really like how they follow the first season.
Yeah, and a little tidbit, I like that you can change your characters after every fight. So you can go through the whole gambit of characters in one playthrough without... I know a lot of fighting games, if you lose, you can change your character, but this, even if you win, you can pick different ones.
Yeah, it gives you that variety aspect, and you don't have to play it like that. For example, when I was a kid, I used to rent this game every week at the local grocery store. And I would rent it every week and beat the game with a different character. And of course, the game was like $60 back then, so there's no way my parents would, buy me a $60 Power Ranger game.
Yeah, and I didn't have a Genesis growing up, so I'm sort of new to this one. But yeah, and it's got a solid 2-player mode too.
Oh yeah, it's very fun to play with friends. It has a lot of different unique fighting styles. You have the long range weapons if you're green or red, and then you have kind of like the melee style with the battle axe, and then you could do a far range with like the Pink Ranger's bow. It's pretty.
And the Zords.
Oh yeah,
you can mention the Zords.
You can fight as a Zords. Of course, you have that limited Genesis processor, so the Zords will take up the full screen. I don't think it can handle like the large sprites, filling up the full screen, and plus you wouldn't really be able to see where exactly you're fighting.
But if you really like fighting with the Zords, you could get
this Fighting Edition for the Super Nintendo, which is probably my favorite, but we'll cover that later on.
But yeah, that one's just primarily Zord fighting.
It's all Zords, it's amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a pretty solid game. The cinematics look good. The characters look very similar, and they have those morphing scenes where you get to see the characters.
Definitely. If you're a Power Ranger fan, you have to have this game in your collection. If you're a video game collector collecting for the Genesis, it's a great game to start out with. It's relatively cheap. I believe you can get a copy without the box for like $5 to $10, and a complete copy for like $15. So it's definitely cheap, and it's a must-have in my opinion.
If you have even an ounce of nostalgia for Power Rangers and you have a Genesis,
nothing beats those 16-bit Power Ranger tunes.
Yeah.
Seriously, it gets me in my heart.
Yep. So that was our review of Power Rangers for the Sega Genesis. If you enjoyed this video, we are a new YouTube channel, so we would really appreciate those likes and subscribe.
Yes, like and subscribe, and then when you subscribe, you'll get all the latest updates whenever we post a video, which should be pretty often.
Yep. So we're the Pixel Slayers, and we hope to see you soon.